Okay. Thank you for coming. How are you today, guys? I wish you will get the health and good the weather on Bali. Rainy for today. And but yeah, for right now we have the Kristanto Kasidi. Uh, aku manggilnya Chris aja lah ya.
Yep, yep.
Oke. Tak kenal maka tak sayang nih. Maka kita coba kenalan dulu nih dengan speaker kita saat ini, yaitu wait, kelihatan ya. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for today, for 10 April, we have the speaker from the ex Bukit Vista and right now software engineer at ticket.com. Sorry, typo, ticket.com. Yeah. Kristanto Kasidi, we can call the Chris, yeah, Chris. Okay. Let's take a look at Chris' inspiring journey for start with the intern, web developer intern on Orange Multimedia. Sorry, I didn't get the logo of Orange Multimedia. So, and then for the and to 220, Chris being a full stack engineer on Orange Multimedia until 221, and then on 2021, Chris joined the Bukit Vista for us with as an intern too on backend developer intern, and 2021 until 2022, Chris being the backend developer full time for Bukit Vista on Bukit Vista for 1 year, and then going to the ticket.com as software engineer. Is it correct, Chris?
Yep, indeed.
Okay. The fun fact of Chris, maybe Chris much talk about the hehe ya katanya Selin ya. On typo on message. Okay. So this is the question for the Chris. Maybe you can answer the question. What is your principle at work? And because we will see when you start as an intern and then you can continue to full time. So what's the principle or the value when you work, Chris?
Yep. Until today, it's haven't been not really changing. Yeah. It's keep staying hungry to what you are striving for. For example, in my case, I really need the experience to excel in my field of work, right? So, as simple as that, I have a drive to be the best of myself, be the best at my work, and just it's interesting and exciting at the same way when you want to improve yourself. So, stay hungry will actually guide you to become the best. Actually, I think that's it. See, the principle at work for me.
Okay, it seems like Steve Jobs, right? Jobs, stay
Yeah,
hungry and stay foolish, right?
yeah. Stay hungry, stay foolish from Steve Jobs. Yep.
Okay, this is the interesting. Uh, okay, I will be next. What the value from BV did you bring? BV value, yeah, BV value until right now you working at the ticket.com. What's
Yeah.
BV value you implementation on ticket.com right now?
Yep. Probably I will say um one of the most important thing that I actually lacking as well is fail fast. So I have a tendency to um blaming myself a lot if I cannot do anything. So reminding myself that actually fail fast is better than stuck or anything is actually helping me a lot. It will um, it will help you grow a little bit faster, and also um, basically will help you a lot lah in general way. That's fail fast, and also mm, helping others help themselves. So in a way, in because in ticket.com everything is actually a bit complex, right? So we really need to understand the core technology and the core flow of the system and so on. So if there is in my time about 1 year ago, We are we are in a state where there's so many new people coming in, and also all people are coming going out as well. So the context changing and the knowledge changing is actually pretty limited. So when I'm going there, I mean joining, I need to catch up as much as possible, and then I need to help also other new joiners to actually grasp the knowledge, right? So reminding myself that um, helping others, um, help others help themselves. I can also improving the whole team efficiency in a way and the knowledge as well. I think that's all. See, Johannes.
So for from BV value, you got the you can implement you implement on ticket.com so like the knowledge management because on BV have two new people and all the people going to somewhere, right?
Correct, because in BV we always have a new interns, right? So we need to,
Yeah,
um, catching up really
yeah,
fast
yeah.
is with the interns. Uh-huh.
And you usually to teaching someone for the new people, right?
Yep, correct.
Oh, cool, 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 cool. Last question, eh? Last question. Can you share any success story or case study of the project that the team has completed recently?
Oh, you mean in my current company?
Yeah, for current company or Bukit Vista company, maybe you have the story on Bukit Vista with the
Oh,
good
okay.
success stories, and then
Yep,
we
yep.
are learning from your story.
Okay. Probably let me try to give each one of them. Yeah. In BV, probably one of them is releasing the BV Go for iOS version, because I'm in charge on that part at that time. So it took me it took me a couple of weeks, I think months, because that's the first time I'm dealing with iOS development. So it's quite hard because everything is just messy, and then I have trouble with my devices as well, and so on. Everything is really really new, but me and the team at the time figuring out how to do it. And yeah, currently we have, right, the BV Go for iOS version, and our partners are using it as well. So yeah, that's one of the achievement that I that I like lah in Bukit Vista. As
Wow.
for ticket.com, currently, we have been struggling with the code base for a very long time because it's actually pretty cluttered. Um, Currently, we are having a project to clean all those code up. So we have um, we have created a handbook for our backend engineers to follow, and basically writing the code of refactor the code all at once in current sprint basically. So it's currently ongoing, but I can tell you that I've grown a lot in really short period of time in terms of technical ability in that project actually. So yeah, I think I'm really proud of that in a way, because it really develops me as an engineer as well. Yep, I
Oh,
think that's it. See.
also persistence is the key factor, right? Okay. Anyone? Do you want to asking to Chris maybe? This is the last question. Uh, okay. Nobody asking to Chris.
Oh, oh yeah. Probably I would like to ask.
Okay. Bukan. Bukan.
Kak Chris, I believe you invented the core value help others help themselves before it was it was what is it? It was something lah before. Would you like to what is it deliver your story on how you changed the one of our core values from I forget before help others help themselves. What was the core value? But now is the help others help themselves. Oh, help others first. Oh yes. How was the story,
Yeah,
Kak Chris?
I don't remember, if I'm not mistaken. I wrote in all hands a story regarding we need to teach people how to fish instead of giving them the fish, you know, meaning that in life we need to teach other people how to live, not giving them the tool, not giving them only food and so on, so they can help themselves to live. As same with work. For example, in PD, right? We really need to guide our interns at that time. Yeah, at that time, my time at the time. We need to guide our interns and give them the knowledge necessarily. So you know, help them understand what's the flow, what's the core knowledge that they need so they can thrive by themselves. So for example, we really need to, there's some principles in software engineering that we really need to understand to be able to perform those things that I think we need to share to the interns to be able to enable them to do more valuable work, that kind of thing. So because at the time I wrote that, I think I'm getting reached out by Mr. Jing at the time. And yeah, helping others help themselves. And it bonds like that. See, actually, Mr. Jing reaching me out and he asked me what this story, uh, the fisherman story can teach us. So yeah, decided to name it "Help Others Help Themselves." Hopefully, it answers your question. Yeah.
Amazing.
Uh, Anybody want to asking or not? Maybe PD team have the experience with the working with the Chris too. Okay. If any question, thank you for Chris to this morning to the story of the success, your success stories on BV on ticket.com and about the principle of from your work. Thank you for the time, Chris. Okay, and right now we will continue with the Tandy. And if Chris, you want to stay on this meeting, all hands, it's okay, or not. It's okay too if you want to exit or leave, Chris. Tandy.
Okay, so for the weekly mission inspiration, I will continue. From the guest sites, there is no update.
Written. Maybe we can, Chris, you can use active your camera, turn on camera, and we can screenshot together with you, Chris. Ya, oke. Mungkin bisa di screenshot. Bisa di screenshot ke Selin atau Furkon.
I can try.
Oke.
Kangen all hands ya mungkin ya. Ya feel free aja sih Chris kalau misalnya mau stay. So, okay, let's see. Furcon boleh apa jadi proxy ya in case like my screenshot is not really working.
Yep, boleh.
Because my internet is like, yeah, okay. Let's see. Enggak lah, enggak jadi spy lah. Anjay jadi spy. Okay, so everyone is ready ya by now, I believe. So, okay, Furcon on standby juga ya. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Furcon aman ya from your side ya. Oke, mantap. Thank you and back to Johannes.
Oke, thank you Selin, thank you Chris for the time, success on your work. Oke, Tandy, silakan.
Please share the screen, Hans.
Oke, from start with
Weekly mission inspiration, yeah.
okay.
Okay, start from the partner side for mission to inspire, relate, transform our partner to Hans.
Okay, for this week, me and Tandy planning and meeting with the owner Cloud Hill about edit experience value. And then yesterday, I am going to on Cloud Hill for the research and for about knowing about new project from Beli Jati Guna ya. And then we got the edit experience on Cloud Hill, like create the cooking class Bali, like on Bird Hill, and giving experience from story of Bumbu Bali and going to Tambak for get the fish and cooking the meal from the fish, and then enjoy the food with the tuak from Kintamani too. And this is interesting. This is the photos. Yeah. Going to Tambak too. This is the everyone is brother from the Beli Jati Guna, the owner of the Cloth Hill. Okay, Tandy.
Okay, thank you, Hans. Next, mission inspiration from Celine on the employee side.
Oh, okay. This is actually a belated post, yeah. So supposedly the bukber was held at the same time the previous week sama tim-tim yang lain juga, yang di Jakarta, yang di Bandung, sama yang di Bali. But it's okay. So let's just let everyone know as well for this one. So Jogja team finally made their time and gathered for a session for buka bersama. And a couple of team members actually kayak going from like outside of Jogja to Jogja just for attending this event. And I think this is the first time as well Ardana show up as in for a company related event juga ya, karena biasanya Ardana works remotely. So yeah, first time Ardana attending this company event. So kedepannya ditunggu ya kehadirannya Ardana. And thank you everyone for attending and for Hafiz to organize the event. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Celine. Next, from technology innovation, Nadia. Over to you.
Oh, yeah, sure. So we have some fixes and also enhancement last week, and there are adding payout without without adding listing information. Also fix error in edit booking details from calendar page, booking calendar in partner account. Also, we have added a new system called rollbar for detecting issues faster, and also fix booking timestamp difference on the booking table and also notification table. Calendar blocking false alarm error message. Staff account can see values on journey comments already fixed as well. And we have fixed the forgot password error of not sending the OTP code in emails, and also some error handled. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. It's cool. Next, Johannes, to the company team target and achievement. Okay, for the company team, I will link it to Kayla. For to you for presenting.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I hope all of us are still in good spirit. Okay. So first, let's move on to the inspection of this month's theme. We've got two things that we need to pay attention. Sorry. Can you guys hear my voice, because I think it's kind of cracky on my side.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, thank you, Kashirin. Okay, the first one is the new policy in terms of maintenance calendar blocking. This one is a high priority. Wisma, if you can please scroll down a bit. So previously, the maintenance quota available at BVGO was unlimited. This has resulted in several partners carrying out a cannibalization calendar using that feature. For example, this is Marta Beach, because they use the maintenance because they couldn't use the personal usage due to the partnership is on the agents instead of exclusive. For this reason, the strategic team has responded to the problem by creating a new policy. The alignment is needed to ensure that implementation goes well. The insight contributed in here is Akhil from Kalilis. With the actionables is first, for me to supervise the alignment in the upper funnel through contract refinement, and then to Kanadia to supervise the alignment on the back end via BVGO implementations. I believe later on Kanadia and Kalilis will have the discussion regarding the final number of quota for the maintenance, and then for Kalilis to hypervise the policy implementation and announce the details to related teams. Okay, apologize for the noise. Okay, the second one is the photos and copywriting issues. This is also a high priority. So at the end of last week, we discovered that our direct competitors had stolen our photos and copywriting for their listings. This is for everyone who haven't known this issue already. The competitors being said is called area management. Okay, and the properties that being the photos being stolen, also the copywriting is Rakanai Guest House, Mivila Kayu Tulang, and some of the copywriting for other properties as well. We need to take immediate action to protect our brand legally. So for this actionable, for Mas Gani, actually to escalate the issues to Joy from Airbnb regarding the issue and discover the actions needed to take down the listing, and for Moayana to supervise the issue's progress until it's solved practically from the technical and also partner side, because I believe our previous colleague was also involved in this part. That's for the inspections. Moving on to the April target. Before we move to this part, I'd like to announce that for the semester goals, the 6 months goals, it will be announced by Mr. Jing later on Thursday. So on Thursday, we're going to have 10 to 15 minutes meeting related to the announcement later on. Okay, for the April target, it's still the same. For April revenue target, it's on $320,000 for the OK target, 70% for the 5-star rating, and 4.5 overall rating. The good news is we have actually achieved the first week average daily fill target, which is on $6,800, which is actually achieving from our daily target. Okay, for everyone who got involved in here, thank you for your contributions, and hopefully we'll be able to achieve a monthly target based on this part. All right, for the review achievements, we finally achieved $251,583 accumulated revenue for April, which is the 68,416 USD to go to achieve for April target. So we basically on 78.6% achieve. Please scroll down a bit, please. Okay, that's for the revenue part, and for the weekly quality and ratings achievement. Scrolling about a bit, please. Yep, that one. The weekly quality and ratings achievement. Di bawahnya lagi. Okay. Yep, thank you. Compared to previous performance, our ratings has increased from 69.6 to 70.8%, with the 5-star rating increased to 72% and overall rating decreased to 4.51%. I believe later on we're going to have a new measurement process regarding how to evaluate the achievement on the hospitality target in this part. Overall, we have achieved the April first week target, and please keep up with the good spirit, everyone, and let's keep up with the momentum. Hopefully, we'll be able to achieve again the monthly revenue goals as well as hospitality goals like we did on previous month. Thank you. Go back to Katendi.
Okay, thank you, Celine. Next, Wismo, to the promotion. Okay, over to Celine for the promotion.
Okay, thank you Kak Tendi. Tadi Kayla yang ngomong ya, bukan aku. Okay, but for the promotion and new employees, we have a good news actually. So as of today, actually Ardana has completed her probation process and she passed. Yay! So I proudly announce Ardana, one of our team members from the guest ops team. So starting from today, she'll be taking this role as a hosting supervisor. Yay! Wah, long awaited promotion ya, especially for the ops team dari Marcel ini kayaknya. And starting from today onwards, she'll be supervising the hosting team mainly, as well as overseeing the hosting process, to the point perhaps to BBW as well, Buddy's Balance Work, as well as later on to the trial program. So yay, congrats to Adana for your promotion. And don't forget our dependencies ya yang belum selesai kemarin itu. And I do have actually another announcement for this one. So I haven't actually put into this table officially because it's not really official yet. But we actually have plans for interim position sih for PD chapter lead. So starting from tomorrow up until the 30th of April, we will actually evaluate VD's performance, and during this next around 3 weeks lah ya, we'll evaluate and we will decide by the early next month whether we'll put PD's name in this table or not as the interim PD chapter lead. So just want to let everyone know on this. Titipan juga dari Mas Bayu kemarin, and yeah, there are a couple of things as well that has been informed to from Bayu to PD directly, and a couple of things are expected during this next few weeks. So I just want to keep everyone updated on this one. I think that's all from me, Katendi. Back to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Celine. Congrats to Ardana ya, and then good luck for COVID. Okay, next to the employee. To the core value. Ismo. Okay, there is one core value. This is from Furqan to Tara. Maybe Furqan, you want to present?
Okay, thank you so much, Katendi, for the time. Yes, this is Tara, and I would like to recognize her for being. Probably you can click the image, Bang Wismo. Yeah. So I did some feedbacks to Tara's work, and instead of just nodding her head and say yes to the feedback, she countered my feedback by stepping up on toes and said that was rookie feedback. It's actually the same. So this is what I would like to emphasize to all team members who got the feedback from their leaders. Please do step on toes if you have if you think the feedback is not appropriate yet. So this is a good attitude and good behavior that should be replicated to all of us. Stepping on toes. Thank you so much, Tara, and thank you so much, Katendi. Back to you.
Okay, thank you for Con, and then for Tara as well. Next, for the employee experience, this is over to Celine.
Okay, thank you. Wisma can collapse the first title over there, yeah, the employee transformation update. So first things first, I'd like to thank everyone who has participated in the previous EES, the previous week, and there are a couple of things that we have gathered so far. So here's the you can say it's the summary or the report from the employee engagement survey for the last 3 months. Okay, jangan ditutup lagi ya. Okay, so basically there are two main topics, right, that we were asking in the EES. The first one is semester goals. The second one is monthly goals as well as the bonus cap. So let me say the things that we can control first, yeah. So for the first topic, semester goals. So far the based on the evaluation as well as the surveys that the result that we get from our employees as well as interns, around 80% of our respondents agree that the semester goals are fair as well as simple. So the goals are clear as well as the plans, and there's actually been an effective collaboration as well as coordination so far. And about how fundamental as well as motivating the goals are, it's at some part it's aligning with the employee values. It's also creating a sense of purpose for the team as well as the current performance. It's creating awareness for everyone in the company, how is it going actually for the performance of the semester goals. However, there are a couple of points that there were like suggestions as well as inputs as well for this specific topic. So the first one is actually the integration. Yeah. So like if we are talking about revenue goals, one thing that pops up to mind that it's actually more onto the scope of the reservations team, right? They're converting bookings. So there might be kayak apa ya, lack of like correlations or like lack of integration for the for everyone in the team members. So for everyone in the company, so there would be a need to break down the goals itself for each member, so that it's actually clear that everyone's work is actually contributing for the semester goals itself. So the the integration yang mungkin bisa di improve later on. And the second point is the transparency. Like for example, like why is it actually achieved, or like why are the goals not achieved, and why do we choose the numbers in the first place? So how are we going to assess them? Like when are we going to assess them, and so on. So there are a couple of transparency that could be improved, especially in the next semester goals. There will be announced on Thursday, right, in this case. So some metrics might needs to be like considered, as well as the we might actually need to like break down further into like perhaps, for example, monthly milestones. So these are a couple of things that we got from the EAS, and we'll try to like improve better in the next upcoming semester goals, yeah, in this case. And for the second topic over here, for the monthly goals as well as the bonus cap. So basically it's pretty much simple and clear, yeah, for the monthly goals, as it's representing what we do like in our business, in our core business, especially in hosting our guests. And there's a couple of notes on whether it's actually fair or not for the bonus cap. So at some point it is some like people agree that it's actually like indicating that we are taking responsibility for our work to the goals, as well as the there might be some expectation like mis-expectations at some point, which will be actually announced later on by the end of this session on how it's actually going. So for the things that we are looking to achieve, it's actually similar. A few parts of it are similar to the semester goals above in this case. So basically the integration, as well as how we can actually like consider other factors as well. For example, like customer satisfaction and so on. And for the bonus cap, like the basis for the calculation should be like clearer. For example, like the benchmark or the or the basis itself, as well as the indicator itself. So this is more or less the summary of what we get so far in the EES. So for those who have filled up the EES, thank you. And for those who haven't, we'll expect your participation in the next EES. Yeah. So that will be all from me, and I'll give it back to siapa? Kak India in this case. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Celine, for the ASS announcement. Next, to Hans, to the announcement first, ya, Hans, ya. Baru kita ke personal. Okay, for the announcements, I will start from the top. Furqan, over to you.
Okay, this is so basically continuing what Kayla has just said, that Mr. Jing will deliver our company weekly vision mission statement, as well as our goals and target on the Thursday. I actually have made the Google Calendar. If you click the image, Bang Wisma, the image is up above. Yes, that's the image that you can click, I believe. Okay, so everyone, please pay attention to this time blocking on your Google Calendar, and make sure that you confirm your attendance. So that's all from me. Thank you very much, Katendi. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Furqan. Next to Celine.
Okay, me again ya. Okay, aku ngomong banyak hari ini. Okay, three main announcement ya from me. In this case, the first one is actually the handover paper for Lebaran. So as we all know, with the cuti bersama arrangement and so on. So we are going to have like your handover as well as proxies, delegations to be documented. So we'll use like a one big document to take note of everyone's like delegations as well as handovers. So later on there will be like a big document with a big table, mungkin agak like similar to the ship arrangement one, and there will be like some details, for example the task or the delegations, who's the first as well as the second proxy, as well as like a thumbs up to like acknowledge the delegation. So this is especially valid for those having more than 5 days off in a row, yeah. Considering the cuti bersama period is actually pretty long. So we'll announce the link within this week, yeah, once the document is ready. So this is the first announcement. Moving on to the second announcement, yeah, Yohanes. So, okay, Lebaran THR, it should commence within this week, yeah, guys. So the calculations are almost done at this point. So once it's done, basically we can just roll out the THRs accordingly within this week. Yay. Okay, so that's the update for THR. And last but not least, this is actually a feedback as well, right, from the previous EES just now. So yes, thank you for the gedein fotonya, Yohanes. So this is actually an explanation on how the bonus cap scheme works. So this scheme actually starting from like a couple of months ago, in this Q1 in 2023. So this is basically something that we apply based on our monthly revenue goals. So in the case where we miss or not reaching our monthly goals, then we'll basically reduce the maximum bonus that you can get for that specific month. However, when we reach or even like exceed the revenue target, then yeah, basically the bonus cap will be like based on your stated in your contract, or it could be higher. Who knows? So later on, the bonus cap will be decided before the salaries are distributed on the 5th, yeah, gangs. So based on the monthly revenue like achievement in this case. So some examples over here, mungkin kalau di breakdown further adalah depending on this situation, for example, in the case that where we are on track and we'll need like a small reminder, then there will be only like a 10% reduction for your bonuses. For example, if we are not really on track and we need a wake-up call and start taking action, meaning that the bonus cap will be like lowered much more in this case. So this is actually valid for everyone in the company, for all employees, especially those who are getting the bonuses to relate as well as connect our work towards the goals that we have set for the company in this case. So hopefully this is clear for everyone. There's the link as well, if you see on the announcement page, that basically leads you to the document itself. So later on you can have a look on that one for a clearer message as well. Or if anything, you can just ask me directly, okay? So that will be all from my announcements so far. And yeah, I think that will be all. Back to Kak Temdi. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Salians. Next, Johannes, to the personal updates. Okay, for the personal updates, please read the question of the weeks, yeah. Okay, start from Gani.
Okay, so for myself, what is your most positive transformation moment in life? Decide to buy a cheap camera. It start from a hobby and then get addicted to photography, and then maximize to earn money, and then apply for content creator and become professional.
Matahari. Okay, next, Adil.
I got a chance to live and study abroad. I met with some Mexicans, and it opened me to other cultures and way of living, which is quite nice.
Wow, cool. Next to Furkon.
Okay, probably joining my my current college at President University after being rejected by all universities that I applied for, and also joining ISEC that transformed me to be a better person.
Okay, nice, Furkon. And then Hafiz.
Okay, from me, joining a field research team and living with the community for a few months, especially when placed in a remote place and culturally different location.
Okay, next to Thea. Thea, are you here? Going once, going two, three. Okay, we skip to Ganesh ya. Ganesh.
Joining campus student organization completely changed my life and my chill life, but I learned a lot and got a lot of relation from that.
Okay, okay, Tara not Philip. So go to Kayla.
During the beginning of COVID, when everything felt uncertain and my academic life wasn't that good, I decided to participate in PKM 2020, relying only on courage and faith despite feeling worthless and at my lowest point. If we hadn't tried to take the chance and we failed, we wouldn't have become the national silver medalist, and I would have the chance to add value to myself. Back to you, Kak Tendi.
Okay, thank you, Kayla. Next to Boyan.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So from me, I
Morning.
think it start BP. It's a lot of struggle and sweat and tears there, but allow myself stay foolish and uh, basically how tackle the struggle.
Okay, good luck, Mbok. Sukses terus, BP. Next
Itu
to
dah.
Erika. Kampus mulai. Erika, are you here? Going forward?
Yeah, Kak. So I joined Kampus Mengajar in a small island that I've never heard before, living away from my family for the first time, but it was totally mind-changing. I feel like I just cracked my shell back then. Back to you,
Wow,
Kak Tendi.
mulia sekali ya, guys ya. Next to Masi.
Yeah, it's also almost the same with Fulcon. So I've been in ISAC and it changed my mind and point of view. So the first one, I'm be more self-aware and then transform from the idealistic of international relations student to the realistic one, see more opportunities and then get myself to achieve big goals by doing small things. Back to
Oh,
you,
cool.
Andy.
Thank you, Masi. Next to Pandu.
When I was born, I was transformed from nothing into something. Thank you.
Kayaknya born-nya aja nih. Next to me, when I decided to continue the school in STP Nusa Dua rather than work in hotel after graduate in high school, so I got more networking from friends in STP, and then I learned about how the tourism contribute the economic, and I learned how to be the entrepreneur and criticism thinking, and then I got opportunity work in Bukit Vista from the job fairs in STP. Thank you. And then next to Shelin.
Okay. This one is actually a bit funny, see. So I was kind of a late bloomer, see, in terms of socializing, but I never actually regret like taking the first step. It's actually still happening, see, up until now. Like kind of the same feeling everyone I talk with someone new, but every time I do that, it's actually like Papa brings up a new experience as well. So that will be the moment, see, from my side. Thank you. Back to Kak Tendi.
Okay, cool, Shelin. Next to Bliketut.
Matahari, ini nih pertanyaan yang bagus.
Itu
Consistent
dah.
in carrying out work in my field, starting from staff and become a leader dari gaji 60.000 sampai ya tinggi lah. Thank you.
Mantap, Bliketut. Next to Sarah.
Okay, this is when I was in college, basically where I just kind of like changed into being more productive and efficient. Back to you, Kat.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Next to Ardana.
I actually had two transformative moments in my life. The first one was when I got accepted in the English Lit study program in uni, where I got to meet like some of the most amazing people in my life, and I found that studying can actually make me happy, and it actually helped me deal with my depression as well back then. And then the second moment was back in 2022 when my life was literally crumbling. I was left with nothing but
I came out alive. So yeah, I quoted from Winston Churchill. He said, "If you're going through hell, just keep going."
Oke, sangat top sekali ya. Oke, next to Yohanes. Semangat,
Uh,
semangat.
yeah, until right now, I didn't eat meat or animal product for 40 days, and trying to be content creator and research someplace and more communication with stranger people. And the last, I think, going to Binaya Mountain on Ambon. Ya.
Oke, thank you Yohanes. Nanti foto di puncak Hans.
Udah kan.
Next to Mas Bay.
Okay, so this is one moment, I think few years ago, working as a event organizer with the most demanding client but the team is basically have a can-do mindset. So it teach me a lot, especially I can do and reach anything as long as I am willing to learn, even though I don't know how to do that. And I will keep that until now and until the future, basically.
Oke, nice Mas Bayu. Next to Nadia.
Mine is pretty similar to Shalin. So I actively join organization activities in college actually helped me a lot in terms of my personal growth of being confident and also approachable. Thank you.
Oke, thank you Nadia. Next to Robin.
Kuenya bisa tuh kuenya.
Rajin sholat dan ngaji.
Siap. Siap Aji. Next to itu.
Ramadan ya.
I think when I first start coding and my first programming language that was Go and then C++, PHP, Python, Java, JavaScript, and TypeScript.
Wah, mantap kali bahasanya nih. Thank you Vito.
Yeah,
Next to Abam.
Yeah, from me, I think when I decided to start learning how to make a website just using HTML, CSS, and simple JavaScript, and now I'm here. Yeah, thank you.
Oke, thank you Abam. Next to Dewa Sembiring.
Me, I have no interest about web programming when I was in high school, but now I became a web developer. That was my first interest.
Mantap, good luck. And then the next to Vidi.
I think when I figured out about stoicism, I used to have a very bad temper issue, but now I think it's pretty stable.
Cool. Perasaan kok Vidi stable aja. Gak ada. Oke, next to David.
For me, while I try to wander in college help, and it helped me to open my mind and expand my relationship. Thank you.
Okay, thank you David. The next to Bella.
When I have my brother, I learn everything about baby life and losing weight as well because always gendong-gendong everywhere. Thank you Kak Tendi.
Oh, udah tanda-tanda ini.
Tanda kan.
Next. Next to Felix.
Decided to learn data science at some point, accepted injustice on campus and move on from that. Also stop playing games for hours each day at some point. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Felix. Next to Marcel. Sama kan.
When I actually apply stoicism, it's so hard with all the abusive thoughts that is coming in and the ego gitu sih.
Okay, siap bosku. Next to Torik.
Yeah, for me the moment I stayed high school and actually make quality relations with other people also brings up my firm side when handling chaotic situations.
Okay, next to Della.
Sama kayak Furkon dan siapa Mahesi. When I joined ISEC, there's a lot of improvement and transformation that would be too long to write. So being an ISECer, I think.
Okay, cool. Next to Jovan.
For me, enter college life with full energy will organize more time to actively participate in many activities from day one. Itu ya, Kak.
Okay, thank you Jovan, Kak. Next to Cinta.
Okay, from my side, can't lie, my positive transformation start when my parents having financial issues. I get my first paycheck when I'm 18 by doing small tutoring. I learned to be more open to get more network. And I believe this situation is actually leading me to get like most outstanding student degree on my faculty. And I learned to be wise and managing money, to make savings on each month. It means feeling to see how transform ya. Hidup berjalan seperti barongsai ya guys. Dan thank you Kak.
Okay, last to Rizky.
Yeah, when I'm 20, I always feel like my whole life I just need to live my parent expectation until I feel that I cannot go with the mindset and I start to find my own path that I like. Yeah.
Okay, thank you Rizky. Yeah, I think that's all for the personal updates. Thank you very much for present your personal updates. I will get hand over to Johannes for the next agenda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the all hands. The all hands is siapa nih? Apa Sel?
One last thing aja before we end the session. So, coincidentally today itu tanggaling spesial ya buat someone ya. So daripada aku announce this, like aku mending announce di sini aja sekarang. So, one of our team members are having their birthday today, and sepertinya nggak ada yang bisa nebak, so I'll just say it langsung aja. So, Bella, happy birthday! And I have no idea what to say right now, but we wish you all the best ya Bella. Ayo dong semuanya on cam, bilang happy birthday Bella gitu.
Semoga cepat.
Makan-makan.
Malu-malu gitu.
Makan-makan.
Bella. Malu-malu gitu deh lu Bel.
Mas Gani, itu Bella katanya ke bis nanti. Apa besok?
Itu dah. Tunggu kedatangannya loh.
Itu dah. Hanya.
Happy birthday, Bel.
Thank you,
Happy birthday, Bella. Itu aja sih. Nanti aku kontak ya buat gift-nya.
Bella. Yeah, thank you, Mo. Thank you, guys. Have a great day today.
Sehat Bel.
Ya.
Nggak libur kamu, Bel. Hari birthday, Bel.
Kerja.
Oke.
Oke, udah selesai semuanya guys. Thank you for the attending. Dan tetap semangat dan sehat terus. Thank you. Kalau kata
Thank you.
jangan lupa.
Thank you everyone. Thank you Chris yang udah stay lo ya.
Yo, thank you semua. Mari.
Thank you Chris.
Thank you. Have a nice day everyone.
Jangan lupa work life balance.
Thank you.